welcome back, Rankers. As I told you last week at Retail Global, end of May, on the Gold Coast, retailglobal.com.au, I'll be showing how we do a lot of this revenue stuff and revealing the actual steps of how we're getting these extraordinary numbers. Excuse me while I play with my microphone. You can't see that, but wires are all over the place. And I'm only doing it at that workshop, so there's not going to be any open presentations where I'll be telling people exactly how we did this. And the reason for that is it's too valuable. I've given a lot of stuff away over the last 20 years, and I'm not giving this away. So if you do want to be part of that, there are definitely limited seats. I don't know how many are left. I know we've sold a few. And so if you want to be there, then head across to retailglobal.com.au. But I just wanted to show you more about the sorts of things you can be doing, or the sorts of things you need to be looking at or focused on in your own retail business. And as I've said before, this doesn't suit every retailer, right? And the reason for that is a multitude of things. But usually it's organisational and structure, meaning that the organisation can't cope with the change that's required to come from within to make these things happen quickly and to give them a focus. Usually there's a lot of other competing ideals. Now you might say, well, surely revenue is the most important thing to most businesses. No, you'd be surprised. It's not. There are other things, other competing interests within inside the business. So this is specifically geared for organisations that are, as I said last week, are a bit agile, can move quickly. So we're only looking for another 2-3 clients to go onto this model for the time being. And so we're not looking for high volume. So I'm not doing the speaking gigs to get lots more clients doing this at all. Not at all. I do it because I enjoy it. So I just wanted to show you, it's been, we've got a month's worth of data now for our client that was, not small potatoes, but small items, right? So he said his first month of data. Now, this was the guy who we were running one of the AI search products, and it wasn't quite getting, it was only getting about 300% return on his ad spend, which for the size of items that he was selling is not high enough, $1 and $2 items. But we've got a month's worth of data in now. And it's interesting that we haven't seen necessarily uniform changes or growth across the sites that we're doing this to. We've seen growth in different areas, probably depending on the nature of the product, the person who's buying and what they're buying. So in this case, for instance, the mobile order value has gone from $16 to $32, but the desktop, pretty much it's on par, a bit better, $48 to $105 for the basket size. Now the traffic, once again, desktop has smashed it, and mobile doubled. Oh, sorry, the conversion rates have smashed it, mobile doubled. The actual, we've got the transactions here, yeah. But the transaction growth is very similar. So we've got this uniform growth across this where you're not likely to say, oh, well, this one's outperformed, mobile's outperformed desktop or whatever. That's not happening in that one. I mean, great results, obviously, and the client's very happy. But incidentally, this is only around 50% of generated spend at the moment, so it's got a ways to go. So some improvement to be made there. This is the other one that is bigger ticket item. And this was interesting because I wanted to see where the revenue had come from. And primarily what you can see, well, that we're 65% up on revenue from last year, which is about $120,000, something like that. And most of that's basically come from March, that extra $120,000. And that extra $120,000 are basically $100,000 purely on mobile. So the main growth that, well, the main source of growth has been mobile devices, not desktop at all. I mean, in desktop, look at this. Desktop traffic's up 10% and the revenue's only up 5%. And here we've got mobile up 51% revenue. I mean, you would expect mobile to be up. The reason it's up that high, and you might think, oh, base. Well, no, the reason it's up so high is we've bought a lot of that traffic. And they were losing a lot of that mobile traffic previously because they weren't buying it. And on mobile devices, you are going to lose it, right? You're not going to get the amount of organic market share on a mobile device because quite often, a lot of the searches, all that is on that homepage for Google is actually ads. And that's the nature of it. That's the reality, right? That's what it is. So, and overall, e-commerce conversion rate up is great. But, I mean, the big winner, once again, is mobile, 77% conversion rate. But even like across the board, the changes that we make have greatly affected the conversion rate. So, across all devices. And this is the difference with this one, with the basket sizes, and you can see here. So the mobile basket size is up 25% to $846, but the desktop basket size has dropped to $704 year on year. So we're now getting a much higher spend at transactional level on the mobile device, which is not something intuitively I would have thought, as I've said before, would ever happen. But the mobile revenue, you can see the big differences there. It's fairly stark. So what I would say to you from learning this information, and what's this client? This client has got what percentage of mobile traffic? Well, you know, see, mobile is over half now. So 53% of this client's traffic comes from mobile. So go and have a look at your traffic. How much of it is mobile? And when was the last time you looked at your site on a mobile device? Go and have a look. Anyway, if you want any questions, you have any questions about the workshop in May at Retail Global, where we're going to talk about this sort of stuff and how you do it, hit me up. And the book's coming out, Get Stuff Google. And of course, if you like the show, please subscribe on YouTube. And thanks very much.